Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Elias and welcome back to Omnifactory. In the last episode, we were working on getting some RF power storage in the form of the capacitor bank. This guy, which is not very full. It is charging this because I have this running, but all things considered, like, not really doing too much with this. So, yeah, we need to get a lot of power. And then we need to transfer all this power to the blast furnace so that we can start making aluminum and all sorts of other things. But of course, we've got to get a little bit of, like, we need a little bit of infrastructure before we can really do too much. So today, what we're going to do, I've done a little bit of work off camera, went and did a little bit of mining, but I want to buy some stuff, specifically iron. I'm really running low on iron, and it seems like it'd be so much easier to just get a bunch of iron. I wish I could get that. What is that? Materialist, I'd love to get something like that because, getting all these ores would be amazing. I don't know actually how this works. I don't know how bad it is to use that, but that would be so nice. Anyways, getting distracted. Iron ore, we want just normal iron ore. And it costs 2 nickels. Okay, I can handle that. We actually have a good bit of money. And so we're going to get a few stacks of iron ore. Yeah, let's just do it this way. That's 2.5 stacks of iron ore. Just so I don't have to go find it. And yeah, I'll process, we'll actually go ahead and process a little bit of that right now. But as you can see from my inventory, I do have some stuff together. Did I put it? Where did I put that stuff? I had some other things in my inventory. I don't remember where I put them. Oh, they're out there, right? But yeah, anyways, we're going to be making another dynamo today. And this one we're not going to upgrade, at least not right now. But I went ahead and got all the stuff together for that. And then what we're going to focus on today is we're going to make some new machines, probably, and just try to wait for more power. So we put the dynamo. Okay, let's go get the other conductive iron energy thing. We want to just disconnect that completely. There we go. And then we can put conduit. We will need to hit this with a wrench to tell it that it's okay. And we want insert only. And hopefully this has enough water to deal with. And we can also get these fuel catalyzers. Catalyzers. Oh, it is actually catalyzers. That is a lot of wrought iron. I don't really want to make that quite yet, but we will at some point. I'm hoping that this doesn't use up too much, but we can fill up both of these guys with coal, and that should like basically double our input, and we should be getting a lot more power here. And hopefully we're gonna let this all fill up for a little bit before we try to use this guy again. But just making another dynamo will help a lot. And then, like I said, eventually we'll have these guys upgraded to the higher tiers. We'll get more. We'll just get more power. And while we could switch over to the magmatic dynamos, I don't think I want to at this point. Just because lava is a little bit annoying to go get, and pretty much the easiest way to get it is to go to the nether, and I don't really want to. If we can avoid going to the nether for a fairly long time, I would not be opposed to that. So what we're going to do in the meantime is we're going to just find some quests and do them. Something that might be kind of fun to do is the Grains of Infinity. I don't know that that's going to unlock anything else for now, but we do need flint and steel, which I looked at the recipe and I was actually surprised. It is a steel nugget, not a steel ingot that we need. So we can get the flint and steel. and it will complete that. No big deal. But then we need to go find some bedrock. So we'll have to go down below, which should not be too much of a problem. The other thing I want to do today is I want to try to make some more machines. And then, yeah, that's about it. So let's head over to the big cave that's over here. That should be the easiest way to get to the bottom of the world and whatnot. Something I really enjoy doing in this mod pack, and one of the reasons why I like, honestly, one of the reasons why I like GregTech so much is not just because of the horribly complicated recipes. It's actually a lot of fun to, you know, have 30,000 different shoots of, like, you know, if I want to get this. Oh right, that's oil. I was like, is that a hole? It's not. It's oil. But yeah, like, I love being able to get things like 30 different thousand ways, and you know, when I make something having byproducts and that kind of stuff, it's really interesting kind of game mechanics in that sense. Alright, so there is lava. I don't want to go that way. But one of the big things I absolutely love about GregTech is just the ores. There's so many different ores, and I love it. Vanilla Minecraft is actually getting that relatively soon, theoretically, with the additional rock types giving new ores. And that's going to lead to kind of a similar situation. So that'll be fun, but like, yeah, going out in the world and finding veins of stuff like this and then mining it is just, it's nice and peaceful and relaxing, because that's what I was doing earlier, actually today. Also, we have diamonds and coal. Let's staircase down. We are really close to the bottom of the world. But let's hope that there's not going to be any more. There we go. Bedrock. Let's get rid of that. Okay. And I love these hammers. I do wish that we had Tinker's Construct so that we could get some other things, but in order to get what we need, we light fires on bedrock. And is it breaking them, or do we just let them go out? I actually don't remember. It should say in the quest book. Use flint and steel to light a fire or mini fires, and then wait for it to go out. There's a 50% chance for grains of infinity to appear for every fire. So, unfortunately, I think these will be burnable. Oh, hey. There we go. I broke that one. It must have went out like just at the same time. But we'll get some pennies for that. And that won't unlock anything else. But we got some more grains. And now this stuff is very useful. We have to use it for a lot of things. Simple machine chassis are kind of the biggest things. And then we'll use it later for other things, I guess. There's a lot of really weird things here. Stellar, industrial machine. And then this stuff is what we'll use to get various machines later. And then that will lead us to more and more stuff. It's fairly complicated. Anyways, we did get some diamonds from this, so that's good. I need to remember that this is a relatively easy stash of diamonds to get. And I do have an invisible shield. Let's just walk. Cool. Alright, so let's head back up. I don't think there's anything else we need down here right now. It was just kind of, let's go ahead and do this real quick type of thing. This is not the way back up. But, what is this? This is all lapis and sodalite and all sorts of things. I love it. I just love all the variety of ores. The slime. We're going to go kill this slime. Get some slime balls and we'll be able to do some cool stuff with that later. Anyways, we need to get out of here. I do see the surface, but I don't know. Is this leading me to... I'm starting to learn this cave a little bit. Nope, it was not. This is leading me back to the entrance. So yeah, we will head out of here. We'll go back home and start work on... I think what we're going to do is we're going to make a couple machines. And the reason being is it will allow us to do more quests, more other quests, and then we can kind of go from there when we want to and do whatever we want type of things. Unfortunately, we can't get up there, so we're just going to walk around. I've made it so we can get up at certain points around this wall, but not all of them. And not really much reason on that, but just kind of I only really ever go up certain places. But we can get power to our boots now, so we can do a little bit more with that. Anyways, let's get tools. Those can go away. Mob drops. Ores. I guess we can cook up 2 coal. And I think for now what we're going to do is we're going to turn all this into wrought iron, because that makes a little bit more sense to me. Just because we're going to need a lot of that to make, different things. So we can get rid of these 2. So yeah, we will get back to doing other stuff with that. By the way, have we gotten any more of this stuff? We could probably collect more of all these various stacks of ingots, I guess, but we'll worry about that later. We'll kind of just go through them and get what we can. So yeah, did it unlock anything in here? Maybe? Anyways, let's just get back to making machines. So we have a couple machines we can make right now. We have the LV mixer. We can get to the fluid solidifier and the macerator. I think let's go ahead and make the macerator. The basic macerator is pretty complicated. We're going to need an LV machine hall. So I got to remember what all this is going to take. It's going to take 11 wrought iron plates. We're going to need a few more plates with that, because the buzzsaw blade requires 4 more plates of wrought iron. Nothing too major there. And cool thing is we actually have excess power at this point. So what we might do here in a moment is see if we can't get a bunch of power to this. But this should work to, these guys should drain whenever it's needed. And then eventually these guys will fill up and I don't have to worry about anything. It'll be great. Alright, so what else are we going to need for the basic macerator? We're going to need some tin cables. We're going to need 2 circuits, which, don't the circuits also require, 2 more plates. And then we're also going to need an electric motor. That's not too bad. We don't have any assemblers. And then an electric piston. We'll need a wrought iron gear. 2 rods and 3 more plates. So that was basically all of the iron. That was almost a half a stack of iron to make this thing. But that's okay. We can live with that. I still need to kind of decide what I'm going to do. I'll eventually move all of this stuff over there. But for now, it's not really something I want to do. I do need to go get the wrench, though. I always leave the wrench over here. Okay. So the macerator is not going to be that useful for a while. It's going to be useful for some things, but not like, it's not going to be used heavily. Okay, so there's the machine hall. We're going to need 3 tin cables. So we'll need to get some more tin wires. That's not too big of a deal. Let's go ahead and... we can't sleep yet. We're going to need 2 circuits. Looks like we're going to need resistors and vacuum tubes. And paper. And copper. Alright, so we need a lot of things. So let's grab a bunch of copper. We'll make a bunch of copper wires. And then to make the copper, fine copper wire, we throw it through the wire mill again. So let's get like 5 and let's do 8 of each. Now obviously the copper we're going to run through twice, so it'll be a little bit more stuff, but we'll get that taken care of. There's that and that. Alright, so while we're waiting on that stuff to cook, we'll go ahead and get some other things. Alloys, machine hulls, and batteries. Okay, so let's go ahead. And I guess, how often are we going to use the buzzsaw blade? There is the buzzsaw itself, and it looks like it's used to make some things. We'll see if we need it later. But it doesn't look all that important, apart from making the macerator. So we need a wrench, hammer, wire cutters, and a file. File. There's the wrench. Wire cutters. What was the last thing? I actually forgot. Oh, just a hammer. Okay. So we should be able to make this guy. Perfect. And then we can take these guys back out. That goes in there. Wire cutters go with the wire. Alright, cool. So let's go to here. Buzzsaw. LV machine. Let's go get our tin cables so that we can make our copper stuff. And, you know, those are full. That is getting full. I think it might be time. Let's try. Let's try once again to make a single piece of aluminum. So we have, actually, let's wait on that. We need the tin cables. We need 3 of those. And then circuits, we have the plates. We need more red alloy cables. I do believe I have a little bit of that left. So we get these wired up. Oh man, I can't wait to have everything in one building so I don't have to walk back and forth. But that's going to be something that I'm going to kind of wait on, because we're going to eventually have machines that can do basically everything. Are these useful by themselves? Maybe. But let's just make a bunch of fine copper wire, because it'll be easier. So we can go ahead and go make the one thing that was, I don't even remember what it was now. No, we need a wrought iron, not the electric motor, the piston. We can go ahead and make the piston, which requires a motor. Okay, good to know. So we need 2 wrought iron rods. So let's get those. And then we can put that stuff in there. And the piston, we just need 2 tin cables, and we're going to need 2 motors. So we're going to need 2 iron rods, 3 iron rods, and some more tin cables. So we need 6 iron rods. So that's just 6 iron. Nothing too difficult there. those go in there. So 6 iron rods, and then 2 of those into the magnetic, and then we need fine copper and 10 cables. 2, 3, 4, and then for the piston we need 2 more. Alright, so once we go get the copper stuff, we should be pretty much done. As soon as we can make the circuits, the primitive circuits. And then we'll have the macerator. Now, like I said, the macerator is not going to be used much for making... we're not going to be using it too much to make things like ore doubling. It's not useful for that. But it is... You know, have we had to make the piston before? Yes, okay, we have made the piston before. It is going to be pretty useful for other things. Basically just getting more stuff. So we need 2 more. What are we missing? Paper. 2 more of those. And then we're going to need another coated circuit board. And then we need the resistors and the red alloy cables. So resistors, we need more paper. There's 2 recipes worth of those. So once we have the red alloy cables, we should be able to make the circuits, and then that's everything. And those are done. So cool. We actually have a little bit extra stuff in general, and that's always nice. So we need red alloy. If we get 5 of those, should be able to make 2 circuits. And that should be a basic macerator. Cool. So we're going to get some pennies for that. But more importantly, the macerator is going to allow us to make some other things. One, we can turn things like... let's actually find something. We can get things closer to like the sphalerite pulverizer, which is a basic macerator, but that's not going to be too useful. We need the centrifuge for this. But like the impure pile of sphalerite, we can pulverize from crush, which we can pulverize. So it's going to be a processing machine for now, as opposed to a... like a, oh, how do I want to say it? As opposed to like a use every time type of thing. I don't know a good way to put that. It's going to be an intermediate step, not a constant step. So we'll use it as we need it, but not anything more. So I'm going to put that in here for now. And let's go ahead and try to make a piece of aluminum. So we do have a lot of power. The question is, are we going to be able to power this enough? And I'm gonna remove that. So those are both powered. And if I put this in here, running perfectly. Awesome. So our blast furnace is now working, which means we have a lot of things we can do. Now, if I put this, if I attach the wire, I'm going to wait until this is done. It's almost done. Cool. We have aluminum. We're going to put this back, and presumably, like, that used a lot of a lot of power, but at the same time, it's okay. We can live with that. So let's just do this. Even those out a little bit. This one is going to be making more of the harden, but that's fine. This will recharge up back to where it was, and we'll be good. So we have aluminum now, and that is kind of cool. It's going to allow us to get into more stuff, basically. If you find your power supply faltering, you may want to add additional boilers and turbines. I haven't added any, actually. All we have is Dynamo. So I'm not entirely sure what it wants from that. But now we can make hardened satchels, carry more stuff, which might be useful. Is this empty? It is empty. Okay. I wasn't sure if I actually put anything in there or not. So yeah, we have a lot of things we can start working towards. You know, let's go ahead and put the macerator and the electrolyzer back up, because we do have an excess of power. In fact, I think we can just do this. Yeah, that works just fine. Cool. So we're going to put those back away. Let's go sleep, and then we get rid of the macerator and the aluminum. Cool. In case you didn't know, what I kind of do is I go through all the quests, and I just bookmark all of the quest items that we need to make, and I leave it at that. So as we kind of progress, when we open up new quests, I don't necessarily have all the stuff that we're going to need on here on the bookmark bar. I got to remember, you guys, I don't think you guys can see my actual mouse cursor. I think I have that not recorded because it's not usually that important. But yeah, just kind of good to know type of thing. So we can pulverize. We need the centrifuge, it would seem. A basic centrifuge. And I think we can make that. I just haven't seen a quest for it yet. And then we have MV machine hulls now, which are just aluminum. Okay. And we've also unlocked the mid-game. Rare earth and barium. LV centrifuge. Okay, we're going to add this to our recipes. And I think I will get the materials to make that another time. What else can we do today? Certus quartz plates, unfortunately, we can't... Oh, wait, no, we can get Certus quartz dust now, can't we? We can pulverize quartzite. So don't I have some quartzite? I do. Okay, so in order to get this, we're going to need 5 dark steel plates. We're going to need to compress some quartz dust, which we get from pulverizing quartzite. Okay. Let's try to get what we need out of 8. And I need to clean up this a little bit. Can I turn this back into quartz? I can. Alright, let's just do this for now then. Just so we have a place to put aluminum. We'll work towards making... I don't know if I have other options for chests. There is a bronze chest. I could make that. I probably won't go higher than that, but we could probably do bronze chests, and maybe we'll kind of make our storage a little bit better. But let's see if we can't get some stuff macerated. So if we put quartzite in there, it's not going to have a problem. Let's go ahead and compress the dark steel. Hold on. Pulverizer. How do we get this other stuff? I don't know what these buttons do. Allow overclocking. Crush quartzite. We can pulverize again. We might not actually be able to get this stuff. It says we can get it from the basic, but... Okay, what else can we do with this? We can get the impure, but then that will require us to pulverize it again. We can ore wash it or centrifuge it. So I think we're going to need the centrifuge. This is not what I expected. So I don't know if we're going to be able to get this stuff or not. Okay. We have the 5 dark steel plates. We'll put those aside. And maybe I'll mess around with that a little bit off camera. But I think for now, let's go ahead and call the episode here. We can make aluminum now. We'll put this stuff in here just to remind myself. But what we need to do at this point is honestly just make more machines. I think making the centrifuge is one of the next things we're going to want to do. We can make a bunch of aluminum. How much power is this actually? A decent amount. So it'll run just fine. We can make plenty of aluminum now. But it's just going to be a matter of getting more and more stuff. And then we'll start getting some of these other things like gallium, which is going to be used for making diodes, it appears, which makes the first tier 2 circuit. That's kind of cool. And we'll just kind of start expanding our machines. I can make more conductive iron cables. That's not too big of a deal. And I'll probably end up moving this kind of setup to somewhere else. But yeah, we can definitely start getting some stuff together and start working on just kind of progressing a little bit. That's going to take so much of my power. Wow. Power is definitely something that we need to look into a little bit. I don't know where it's going to teach us how to get better power, but we can technically get the reinforced stuff. A block of aluminum and electrum. An electrum we can make from the alloy smelter pretty easily. Gold and silver is common enough. We have a lot of that. So maybe that's what we'll start doing next time, is improving these guys even more. And then if they output more energy, 60 RF versus 40, then we can make more aluminum. I'm going to take the rest of that out, and we're going to let that just do that one. So yeah, that will be the plan. I'm going to continue working on what I've been doing, gathering up some more resources and all that kind of fun stuff. And then next time, like I said, we'll get into more stuff. I think we'll also look into making that bronze chest and seeing if that will help our ores and all that kind of stuff. But making the centrifuge is probably going to be a priority next time, and then we'll go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!